don't know why I watched this. I've never seen 101 Dalmatians, the animated movie. And I didn't see the two Glenn Close ones either. I have never seen a Dalmatian movie. But here we are. Cruella. So Cruella's a fairly recent movie directed by Craig Gillespie. Haven't seen any of his work before. And written by Dana Fox and Tony McNamara. And it's the origin story of Cruella de Vil, the weird-haired lady who likes making jackets and stuff out of dogs. So this is going to be a bit weird. I hope I can get this point across. The point I want to get across is it doesn't feel like this movie was made by, this is going to sound really bad because there are some really good things in this movie, but creative people. This feels like a movie made by committee. The whole story is predictable from start to finish. There will be zero surprises. I take that back. There might be surprises, especially if you're a fan of the Dalmatians movies and Cruella de Vil. Then there might be some Easter eggs and surprises for you. I don't know any of that stuff, so there weren't any of those things for me. The story, however, just right from the beginning, I could tell just kind of beat for beat what this movie would be and where it was going. It failed to surprise me. And because it failed to surprise me, the rest of the movie just kind of failed to win me over. It's really well acted. Some of the performances are a little too cartoony, like way over the top. Like that guy at the start who looks like Alan Partridge. You'll know who I mean when you see him. You know, just really cartoony. But I love the cast of this movie. I would take everybody who's in this movie, everybody who's in it, and then put them in a different movie that's better. Because I'd like to see all these people interact again, because I like the performances. We got the guy from Richard Jewell in this one, which is super cool. I've been saying ever since I saw Mr. Paul Walter Hauser that I'd like to see him in other stuff. And here he is, in other stuff. I really like that. So Emma Stone is Cruella de Vil. We got Emma Thompson as, well, her rival in the movie. We got Joel Fry and Paul Walter Hauser who play her kind of sidekick dudes. And then we've got a whole bunch of other people like seeing Mark Strong and things as well. So yeah, this movie is, well, yeah, it started off pretty dumb. I mean, they let dogs off a leash to attack this little girl in the middle of a party. I'm like, I don't think they would do that. Doesn't matter. Shit. It's just, I really feel like this was made by a committee. Like, what can we put in this movie that people will love? The soundtrack. Oh, the soundtrack is fantastic. Sounds like it would have cost a lot of money as well. So they put a lot of thought and effort into that soundtrack. But that doesn't distract me from anything. Like, from the cliched story being told to the cartooniness of some of the performances and just how long this movie is. There is no reason. Is there a reason this movie needed to be 2 hours, 7 minutes? And there's a trope that Disney movies have noticed, or some of the things by Disney that I've seen. I haven't seen all of them, all that many. I tend to stay away from Disney if possible. But you know, it's good to watch something out of your wheelhouse. But they like making actors look younger. You know, like Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy. This all started in Tron Legacy, you know, with Jeff Bridges and Bruce Boxleitner looking young and stuff like that. And they've tried to put that in as much as they can. Not only that's always a little jarring for me. I think there's only one time it was used right, and maybe I was just caught up in the moment. I'm looking at you, Mandalorian season 2 finale. But another thing is, at times the dogs look fake. I never looked this up to make sure, because researchers work, and this is supposed to be fun. But I swear those dogs look fake more often than they don't, which really takes me out of the story, because you see all these cute dogs all the time, all over this movie. And I'm just sitting there going, is that real? Is that, yeah, the dogs were not convincing. Which is weird, because if there are real dogs, I'm going to look pretty stupid, but I'd be surprised. I really would. So I might do a light spoiler here, actually, from right here. I'm near the end of my review, but I want to mention something. Is this is the origin story for Cruella de Vil, who's supposed to be evil? Well, she doesn't really do much that's evil in this movie, except be mean to her two henchmen. And she needs their help for the final fashion soiree thing that she's gate crashing. And fine, then do that. But her friends won't help her, and they're like, "You were mean to us. Yeah, we don't want to work with you anymore." Oh, but you guys are like family to me. I'm like, oh my god. There's the Fast and Furious family motif thing again. Get it out of here. But other than that, look, this movie feels a bit shallow and artificial. It's overlong, but there's some great performances and there's some funny moments as well. Emma Stone and Emma Thompson are fucking fantastic. And they pretty much carry this movie on their shoulders and stuff. Like, this movie would be stanky without them. And I think the movie knows that. I'm giving it a 4. I don't know. How about some originality from Disney? Is that possible? Do they do that? Because they didn't do a lot of that for this. Yeah. Every now and again I'll watch something out of my wheelhouse. And most of the time I'm like, When I was a kid, I had this stereotype in my brain that Disney movies were lame. Now, there were exceptions. I like Tron. I like The Black Hole. There are exceptions. But as a 38-year-old man, what I have come to realize is Disney movies are lame. Give me a like, dislike, share, and subscribe.